The Rams are out to a hot start in 2018, but now they face off against the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, 7-3 on the year and looking for their fourth win in the AAC. Bluefield takes on the Bulldogs here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel, glad to have you with us for the second game of our AAC basketball doubleheader as the Rams take on Tennessee Wesleyan, a team they are very familiar with. Last time they played them here at the Dome, Bluefield was able to get the win, but the last time they played against each other in Athens, Tennessee, despite Sean Robinson, who is now not on the team, dropping 20, Bluefield ended up losing that game 83-73. Tennessee Wesleyan led by a freshman this year, Ty Patterson, number 064, standing in from Knoxville, Tennessee. So far in the year, averaging 15.3 points per game, as well as 8.8 rebounds per game, so nearly a double-double. And then Naquan Cousins for Bluefield a couple of nights ago will probably be the guy that brings us sort of character foil to him. 21 points a few nights ago, really racking it up for Bluefield after hitting that dagger three in the win against Allen. Rams 10-2 on the year, 5-2 in the conference. Only two losses are to conference foes in Union. That was here at the Dome at a tough loss, 74-54. And then back on November 20th when the Rams went down to Georgia, they lost by 4 to Truett McConnell, who is currently 2-4 in the conference right now. Tennessee Wesleyan looking for their fourth straight conference win, while the Rams are trying to make it their third straight conference win. Bluefield headed by Richard Morgan, now in his 10th season, with assistant coach Ryan Moody in his third season, while Ray Stone in his first season for Tennessee Wesleyan heading up these Bulldogs wearing the black, and they'll go left to right. Rams onto the floor with Tyquan Reed, Naquan Cousins, Donnell Gooch, Jeremiah Jenkins, and the freshman and Brandon Shields. Jorge Concepcion has been coming off of the bench for Bluefield in these last couple of games. Todd Lansden will be the man in the middle of the court for this tip-off. Joining him, Digimon Wilson, another player averaging in double figures. Jalen Oliver, the second leading scorer on the team, waiting on that top of the arc on the other side. Tipped around, and Tyquan Reed snags it for Bluefield, going right to left wearing the white jerseys. Rams searching for their sixth conference win of the year. Last home game of 2018 as Reed drives right baseline, stuffed at the rim, and a rebound going the other way for Jalen Oliver, the senior from Frankfort, Kentucky. Passes on to the right side. It's QD Cox and puts it down low. That's Ty Patterson, the big forward. Bullies fade away in the paint, nicks off the right end of the rim. Still loose for it, and it's picked up out of the air by Digimon Wilson. Thought about a three at the top of the arc. It's Jalen Oliver, but he retreats back out towards the logo with 19:27 left to go in the first half. Still scoreless. Naquan Cousins stepping up on that high defensive pressure. Here's Cox onto the right wing. Overheads a pass back up to Oliver, top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Oliver drives to the left. Shot clock down to 10. Oliver, a fadeaway three. Count the triple, 3-0 from the left wing. Puts Tennessee Wesleyan on the board. With 19 minutes left in the first half, Jeremiah Jenkins running the point for Bluefield. Jenkins leading the way for Bluefield, scoring about 14 points per game. Travels towards the top of the key. The short point guard jumps for the triple, back iron bounce, and a rebound going down for Ty Patterson as he hits the deck hard. Foul's going to be called on Donnell Gooch on the push-off, and Patterson is rolling around on that left wing. He's hurt. So the training staff coming out for Tennessee Wesleyan with 18:45 left in the first half. Rams down 3-0 after the three was sank by Jalen Oliver. Patterson needs some help here. This could be a loss on the court for Tennessee Wesleyan, sitting up now. Hit that floor hard, a hefty 6'4". First foul of the day, and Patterson is up. He's going to jog this off. A few Tennessee Wesleyan fans making it out here today. Saw a good amount of fans also watching the women's game. Rams could not get the win in that arena as well. Here's Parker Morgan replacing Ty Patterson. So Morgan throws the ball in. Oliver will run the point. A man-to-man defense for Bluefield as Jenkins is on the point guard in the black jersey. 18.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Pump down low, it's picked away. Now a throw up towards the top of the key. The three ball counted. Another three hit for Tennessee Wesleyan. This time it's QD Cox, 6-0. Rams trying to avoid these slow starts. Jeremiah Jenkins out of a double team, pitches over to Brandon Shields, jumps for the triple, and the freshman drains the tray from the right wing. Cuts the lead in half, 6-3. Here comes Jalen Oliver. All baskets in this game have been threes. Oliver trying to keep it that way. He misses off the front end after he tried to jump from the top of the circle. Taekwon Reed, the lefty from Goldsboro, North Carolina, spins on the left elbow, almost lost the ball, falls into a trap and is fouled in the process. Digimon Wilson, the sophomore from Atlanta, snuck a hand in, and it will put Bluefield in a tie in fouls right now. Both teams with one foul. 17:55 left to go in the first half. Naquan Cousins will throw the ball in after he scored 21 points against Allen. Jeremiah Jenkins feeds Shields, who jumps for another three, and the freshman is 2 of 2 from beyond the arc as he sinks one from the left wing. 6-6 the score. 4 baskets in this game, all of them threes. 17:40 left to go. Tennessee Wesleyan taking the ball left to right. Oliver jumps onto the right wing, pressured by Jeremiah Jenkins. Around the arc they go. Now on the left side, QD Cox matched up with Naquan Cousins. Back down low to Lansden, pressured by Donnell Gooch. Hooks with the right hand and misses. It's an air ball pulled down by Naquan Cousins. Rams going right to left. Here's Jenkins at the top of the key. Dribbles inside the perimeter, spins it back out to Taekwon Reed, who returns it to his point guard. Richard Morgan in his 10th season giving a new offense to Bluefield. Brandon Shields has hit both baskets for the Rams so far. Taekwon Reed tries from 3. Misses front rim, rolling into the hands of Tennessee Wesleyan's Digimon Wilson, and a foul is called on Naquan Cousins after Wilson went down to the floor. So it goes to Tennessee Wesleyan. 2 fouls, both on Bluefield's big men. 1 on Gooch and 1 on Cousins. 6-6 the score. Parker Morgan throwing it back out, now returns it into the left block. Swings it out left wing, over for QD Cox. Dribbles in, left elbow, shoots from 15. No good. Out of the hands of Naquan Cousins. Underhands now with 3. It's good for Wilson from the far corner. Another 3, 9-6. Both teams trying to rack up points on the scoreboard early as Brandon Shields tries to go 3 of 3. Can't connect on the far corner 3, bouncing off of that back iron hard and into the hands of the point guard Oliver for Tennessee Wesleyan. Wearing the black jerseys with the blue letters on the front and the blue numbers with a white trim. They're working the ball around the arc. Both teams haven't really chucked up great-looking shots inside in the paint. Parker underhands Lansden, lost the ball, and it goes off of the big man's hands on the baseline. So Bluefield gets the ball back. Jorge Concepcion onto the floor, and Naquan Cousins, after not scoring in those first 3 minutes and 49 seconds, gets a ride on the bench. So Concepcion in, coming off of the bench, the senior from Chesapeake, Virginia. Got 7-5-7 guys on the floor right now, Jenkins and Concepcion. Concepcion has it in the right wing, pivots and loops it up to Donnell Gooch at the top of the key. Bluefield 5 swings it around. Jenkins returns Gooch from the left elbow, jumps for 2, back iron bouncing around, rebound. Shields puts it back on the deck, shoots off the glass, and it's in. Not giving up on the rebounding effort. Tennessee Wesleyan couldn't pull the ball back down, and it's 9-8 Bulldogs after Shields has scored the Rams' first 8 points. 15.5 minutes to play in the first half. Back up top and on to the left wing for Jalen Oliver. Oliver drives in, right elbow shot, swirls around, pops out, rebound Concepcion. Rams with a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game as Concepcion underhands Jenkins, steps into a 3 left wing, back iron rolling around off the backboard, and once again for Tennessee Wesleyan trying to capitalize off of a missed Bluefield 3. Not a lot of students in this building as everybody has left for exams, but Tennessee Wesleyan now with an offensive foul. Rams get the ball back. Going to be a moving screen on Wilson. Ben Grove into the game now. Donnell Gooch out. So Brandon Shields has scored all 8 points for Bluefield as it is 9-8 right now. (9-8) the score. Here's Jenkins right across that Rams logo. Well, Shields, the freshman from Fairmont, West Virginia, has connected early. Lob down to Concepcion on a head fake. Dribbles towards the right elbow, pops it back out, Reed top of the key. Fires from the right elbow himself and drains the mid-range too. Rams take the lead 10-9 after somebody other than Shields gets on the scoreboard. It's 10-9. Left side, QD Cox right back down to Patterson, who was previously injured. He's pickpocketed by Reed. And the Bluefield guard slows it down, now speeds it up as he goes inside the perimeter on the far corner. Picks his dribble back up and bounces right wing Concepcion. 14:20 left in this first half as Concepcion meanders his way to the left elbow, shoots a mid-range, and it's an air ball. Might have gotten a piece of that ball that time was Lansden, so now it's 10-9 in favor of Bluefield. Here's a three for Tennessee Wesleyan, off the mark, attempted by Filer, and back into the hands of Oliver. Here comes Oliver, carries into the lane, hooks right hand, back iron, miss, and a foul is called on Bluefield. Almost got the rebound there, but it's going to stay in the hands of the Bulldogs after a foul is called on the freshman and Ben Grove. Grove's gotten a decent amount of playing time in this first season for him as well, the freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. 13:59 left in the first half. Filer will try to throw this in on the left side of the basket. With a headband and all, chucks it up top of the key, Oliver. Rams showing back up in that man-to-man. Concepcion following his man to the right wing, it's Oliver. Oliver puts it back down on the deck and swings left wing back up to Filer. They are just moving the ball around the perimeter, looking for that open three-pointer. Oliver thought about it off of a head fake, dribbles left wing, swings far corner, a three for Cox. Too hard, off the mark. Offensive board, though, into the right side for Filer. Zips top of the key. Patterson, the big man, drains a triple. Tennessee Wesleyan back up 12-10 after the three was sank by Patterson, who previously hit the deck about 5 minutes ago and had the training staff come out to help him. Taekwon Reed bounces near corner. Concepcion drives in at the free throw line. One arms a pass to Ben Grove. Shoots a baseline jumper, and from the right corner he missed. 10-12, the score remains in favor of Tennessee Wesleyan. Rams down by 2. Here's Cox, a left side shot, and it is no good, but he's fouled as he hit the deck after Taekwon Reed pushed him down. 13:05 left to go. And QD Cox, the 14.4 points per game, really let Tennessee Wesleyan win their last 3 AAC contests as he hits his first free throw. 85% free throw shooter. Right now the best on the team. Flicks his right wrist. Missed the second, though. Rebound for Patterson. He can't keep it up as it's rebounded by Shields after it pinballed around in the paint. Here comes Jeremiah Jenkins onto the left wing. Picks it back up. Cross-court lob into the right wing. Shields drives in. Underhands Concepcion. Fires from the right side. Swish. 13-12 the score. Rams down by 1. Concepcion, a pretty shot after the feed from Shields. 12:40 left in the first half. Now to Filer, into the right wing, pressured by Concepcion, stepping up on the defense on number 23 in black. Backdoor cut, a bounce pass, and QD Cox laid it up and in. 15-12 now, a 3-point game. Rams down by 3. Tennessee Wesleyan and Bluefield seesawing early in the first half as Jenkins swings it down low, and it was too low for Naquan Cousins, bouncing across the baseline. Isaiah Tatum checking in. Cousins already taken out. Ben Grove out as well. So a couple of guards on the floor now, and Tatum and Jeremiah Jenkins, both of them running the point for Bluefield at times this season. But, of course, Jeremiah Jenkins, one of the better freshmen in the AAC a season ago, will remain the point guard for Bluefield. 12 minutes to play in the first half. Filer on a crossover dribble, goes towards the top of the key, underhands Oliver, steps into an open tray, swish. 18-12, Tennessee Wesleyan leads. Rams down by 6. They had led 10-9. So here's Jenkins, chest pass right wing. Concepcion bounces top of the key. Shields thought about it, dribbles left elbow. Spins a pass back out into the near corner. It's too high for Tatum. Sailing into the Tennessee Wesleyan bench. Another turnover for Bluefield. And Tennessee Wesleyan has a chance to make this possibly an 8 or 9 point lead. Taekwon Reed returns to the game. Shields, after that bad pass, will go to the bench. Well, the last time Bluefield played Tennessee Wesleyan, the Bulldogs were able to sweep that basketball doubleheader. Both double-digit wins in Athens for the women's team as well as the men's team. Rams trying to break that pattern today. Oliver spins right block, spins towards the basket. He missed, tipped around, rebound. Tatum lost the ball in the backcourt, picked it back up, dribbles it wide, and now picks it up right in front of the bench to jog it across the timeline right to left. 11-10 left to go. Tatum underhands Concepcion right wing, who's hoping for someone to cut towards the basket. Not a lot of movement right now, so it's on Concepcion to find the shot. He does, and converts near the right elbow. 18-14. Two shots from the exact same place for Jorge Concepcion, both going through the rim. 18-14 the score. A drive in. Tennessee Wesleyan almost walked there. That's Javel Gillespie now in as he fires from three. Back iron miss, bumping into the hands of Tatum. 18-14 the score. Rams down by 2 possessions with 10.5 minutes left to play. Here's Concepcion, fires a near corner three, just a bit short, bounces over the backboard, and Tennessee Wesleyan will throw the ball in now with a couple of new substitutes. Lansden and Oliver checking out. Joshua Chairs, as well as John Payne checking in. Chairs, a redshirt junior from Birmingham, and from Nicholasville, Kentucky, John Payne, the sophomore guard, standing in at 6'6". So a brand new look out there now. Back up top, around the arc they go. Here's Tennessee Wesleyan. Chairs feeds onto the left side. Back over to Gillespie. Returns Chairs around the arc. Here is Filer onto the right wing. 10 on the shot clock. Here's a 3 in the left wing. Bounces around a miss. Tip back in. Can't go as it's swirled out. Nearly going from John Payne, showing his height there at 6'6". Jeremiah Jenkins transition jumper. Another miss from the right wing. 18-14 the score remains. Under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Underhands to the left side. Patterson feeds far corner. Back to Javel Gillespie. And Joshua Chairs looking for a brand new offense from head coach Ray Stone. Filer into the right wing. Bounce pass near corner. Back on the deck for Gillespie. Swings, finds Patterson. Open baseline jumper from the right side. Can't convert. Good rebound for Jorge Concepcion, who's starting to heat up for Bluefield. 9 minutes, 30 seconds first half. Concepcion trying to take it coast to coast. Fires from the free throw line. He's good. He's 3 of 3 from his last 3 shots, and it's a 2-point game. 18-16 the score. 6-point lead now has dwindled down to a 2-point lead as Filer dribbles, fires a 3 on the far corner from Gillespie. Rebound Gooch. Rams with a chance to tie it up or take the lead. Going right to left. Here's Tatum. Stutter step move, underhands Concepcion. Right wing finds Jenkins, open 3. Can't make the triple as it bounces off of the rim over the basket. We've seen that more times today than ever where these balls have bounced off the rim and gone over the glass. Here's Joshua Chairs for Tennessee Wesleyan. Jogs onto the left wing. Isaiah Tatum specializing in that man-to-man defense out there. As Filer dribbles in, pitches back out. A 3 for Chairs. Rims out. Rebound Concepcion for Bluefield. 18-16 the score. Rams down by 2. Concepcion coast to coast. Draws a foul in the lane. No continuation on the shot. It'll only be the 3rd foul on Tennessee Wesleyan with 8:41 left to go in the first half. So it'll be an inbounds pass coming from Isaiah Tatum. First foul called on Ty Patterson. So now Tatum eyes a receiver on this pass, finds Cousins, returns Tatum in the paint, swings far corner, Taekwon Reed. Drives right baseline, step back 2. What a move, can't finish though. 8:30 left to go. That was about a $100 move, but a 25-cent finish. 18-16. With a 2-point lead. Back on the right side, here's Joshua Chairs. Around the arc, here's Javel Gillespie. Passes top of the key, Chairs. Shot clock down to 10. Chairs drives in. Underhands Patterson near corner. 8 on the shot clock now. Swings top of the key. Gillespie finds Filer. His 3, left wing. Bounces around. No good. Naquan Cousins pulls down the board. Has yet to score for Bluefield after pumping up 21 against Allen. No look dish to Donnell Gooch, who swings it in on the slam with the right hand. Good pass from Jorge Concepcion, dealing out the dimes. Now it's tied up 18-18. Rams on a 6-0 run. Patterson, a moonshot 3. Bank wasn't open, and Donnell Gooch snags the offensive, or rather the defensive board. 18-18 the score. Taekwon Reed moving in transition. Bounces left elbow. Jorge Concepcion bumped the ball out towards the timeline, but snagged it anyway with 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Concepcion jogs into the near corner. Passes top of the arc. Tatum swings down to Donnell Gooch. Returns to Tatum. Long 2. Swirls out. Donnell Gooch almost on the offensive board. Could try to slam it in. He wanted a foul. And now a technical foul is going to be called on Gooch. So Gooch was jawing with the referee, and now a technical is going to be called. Well, the official's trying to show some sort of control of the game, and a technical is called on Gooch. And 2 shots coming up for Javel Gillespie. His first, it's good, and the lead is back to 1 for Tennessee Wesleyan. So they only get 1 shot from the technical. Gooch is taken off of the floor. Bounces back in for Jalen Oliver. Here's QD Cox into the right wing. 19-18 the score. Oliver in the far corner has it. Concepcion stepped up the defense. Entry lob lands in the near corner now, or far corner. He passes left wing. Oliver off of a crossover towards the top of the key. Zips to Patterson. He shoots. No foul called. Had an air ball. Picked it back up. Still loose, and it's rebounded by Gillespie. Kick out top of the key. Back up to Oliver. Picked up his dribble. Swings left wing. Gillespie trying to get around this Bluefield defense. If they can get a rebound, it would really help here. But the defense has been solid against a high-flying Tennessee Wesleyan team. Patterson spins in the lane, and a walk is called. Shot missed anyway, but Bluefield forces a turnover with 6:36 left to go in the half. 19-18, Wesleyan on top. Back up, here comes Tatum, walking across the Rams logo right to left. Rams have trailed by as much as 6. Cousins bounces top of the key. Reed fires a 3, too short. Rebound by Oliver, and he dribbles it out of bounds into his own bench on the left side. Rams will get the ball back with 6:19 left to go. There's a break for Bluefield, down by 1. Ben Grove, as well as Naquan Cousins, the threats down low. Tatum veers to the right off a Cousins screen, stops there, crossover dribble, enters the perimeter, picks up his dribble, and passes to Cousins, returns Tatum right wing. 6:10 left to go in the first half. Rams down by 1. And they find those open shots. It's been all Concepcion in the last 6 minutes. Grove spins around, hooks right hand, no good. Rebound, still fighting for it, and it's finally rolling into the hands of Oliver for Wesleyan. Here comes Oliver, fades from the 11 feet away from the rim. He missed. And Ben Grove wrestled away another board. Outlet to Cousins, tied up by Gillespie, who snatched the ball away. And now a foul is called on Bluefield right at the midcourt line. So now it'll be an inbounds pass coming up for QD Cox right towards the midcourt line. That's the first foul called on Tatum. 19-18 the score. One of a quiet crowd at the Dome today. QD Cox swings top of the key. Gillespie passes far corner. Oliver turns top of the arc again. Cox feeds inside the paint. Patterson storms to the basket, lays it up with the foul. So now it'll be 21-18. Patterson converting. And it's a foul called on Grove. Can he complete the old-fashioned three-point play? He does. 4-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan, 22-18. Pass on the left wing, Concepcion lobs top of the key, Tatum. Reed has it now, returns cross court near wing, Concepcion. Working around the arc like Tennessee Wesleyan does. Tatum steps up into a 3, it's another miss. Bluefield ice cold from beyond the arc. 5:08 left to go in the first half. Patterson trying to get a Tennessee Wesleyan run going as the 3 is fired and missed from the near corner for QD Cox. And a foul is called on the Bulldogs in the rebounding effort. It's going to go on Lansden, pushing off to try to get the board. Jeremiah Jenkins back into the game. Bluefield with 7 fouls. Bulldogs only with 4. That's the first one on Lansden. 5 minutes left to go. Jenkins sprints right over into the left wing, calls a timeout, and that will bring us to a break here with 4:55 left to go in the first half. Rams down by 4. It's 22-18. Back into the game, Bluefield chucks it into the backcourt, 22-18, 4:53 left to go in the game as Jenkins travels into the left wing, passes top of the arc for Taekwon Reed. 4:55 left to go now. Reed and Bluefield pretty cold from beyond the arc as Reed drives in. The ball's popped loose and goes all the way up on top of the offices we have here at the Dome. And there's no foul called. 9 seconds left to go in the shot clock. Rams looking for a way to line up in this baseline inbounds pass. So 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Jenkins will throw it in from the right side of the basket, feeds far corner. Cousins right back down low to Concepcion, who tickles the twine from 11 feet out. Concepcion on fire for Bluefield inside of that arc. Makes it a 2-point game, 22-20. Oliver walking the ball across the timeline, 22-20, his team leads. Straightening the ball around from QD. Cox returns. Cox far corner, dribbles in, swings top of the key. Gillespie pumps a three. Too hard, rebound for Taekwon Reed. Rams down by 2, 4:10 left to go. Concepcion in trouble in the left wing and returns top of the arc, Taekwon Reed. Rams darting the ball around. Concepcion, rather, that's Cousins for a three, and it's an air ball off the mark. It hasn't been his first half. 4 minutes left to go. QD Cox drives in. Offensive foul. That's Ben Shields, or rather Brandon Shields, falling back, taking it in the sternum for that charge. 5th foul called on Tennessee Wesleyan, and the first one on Cox. Now with 3:58 left to go in the first half, can the Rams take the lead? Last lead was 10-9. Both teams struggling offensively. Now Concepcion hoping for someone to dart down low. Dribbles into the right wing. Pressured by Filer, trying to get a screen from Shields. He does. Drives towards the free throw line. Finds an open Cousins near corner. 3, too short. Offensive rebound, Taekwon Reed. Underhands Concepcion. Baseline jumper from the left side. It's good. Concepcion staying on fire and ties up the game, 22-22. Rams have found a way to give it to the hot hand. 3:20 left to go. Top of the arc, Filer looking for his screen. Instead, passes right wing. Back over to Oliver. Returns top of the key. QD Cox jumping for the tray. He missed. Tipped out of bounds. Who was it off of? And they say it's off of Darius Filer for Tennessee Wesleyan. So the Rams will have an inbounds pass near the far corner of the floor in the backcourt. Checking in now for the Bulldogs, C.J. McEwen, the junior from Nashville. Standing in at 6'1". Here's Jeremiah Jenkins. Crossing over right across that logo. 22-22. Concepcion has been on fire for Bluefield. Drives towards the top of the arc. Now switches to his left hand. Back into the corner now. Crossover dribble. Trying to separate from Filer. 10 on the shot clock. Bounces left block. Cousins shoots off the backboard. He missed. He looks frustrated now. 22-22. Rebound Tennessee Wesleyan. Going left to right. Here's Oliver. Crossover move. Pretty nifty ball handling skills there as Jeremiah Jenkins stepped up on the defensive end. Patterson swings left side. Back to McEwen. Returns top of the key. Oliver finds Filer in the right wing. Returns left wing. Oliver for 3. Way too hard. And Cousins jumped up to collapse on that board. 22-22. 2:20 left to go. Cousins hopes for help and finds it in Jenkins. Now at the top of the circle finds Ibafemi near corner. First couple of minutes for him in this game. Turnaround jumper at the free throw line. And a walk is called. There have been a ton of travel calls called in this game, as well as just this entire doubleheader, trying to crack down on those pivot feet. So 2:05 left to go in the first half, 22-22. Filer has it in the left wing, returns at the logo for Oliver, who has ran the point for most of the game for TWU. Swings left elbow, lands in, underhands Filer, far corner. Rams stepping up on the defense with Jeremiah Jenkins, now in his zone. There's now a cross-court lob from McEwen, snagged with 5 on the shot clock. Oliver zips left elbow, turnaround jumper for Patterson, rolls around the rim, rebound McEwen, offensive stick, back goes to make it 24-22. First basket of the game for the junior from Nashville with 1:35 left in the first half. Bounces left for Concepcion, hard pass, Shields for 3, he's good! From the right wing, that's his 3rd 3 of the ball game, and Bluefield takes the lead. 1:20 left to go. Filer in the right side. Both teams just almost running like a four corners motion, like Dean Smith trying to waste the shot clock. Now a drive down low and a rebound and a tie-up with Lansden as well as Shields. Got a bit chippy there. And possession arrow points the way of Tennessee Wesleyan. Minute 8 left to go. Now Filer trying to throw the ball in. Overheads right wing Oliver. Zips near side McEwen. Passes into the paint Patterson. Returns Oliver right wing. Rams still stepping up this man-to-man defense. Now it's turning into a zone as Patterson flushes with that right hand. 26-25. 53 seconds left in the first half. Not a high-scoring game by any means for a couple of teams that have hit the 100 mark a few times this year. Rams passing into the corner. Here's Shields, who has 3 threes. Zips top of the key. Cousins. No baskets for him as of yet. Now the arc. Ibafimi drives right baseline and draws a foul. That's going to be on McEwen. 6-team foul for Tennessee Wesleyan. And the first for McEwen. 37.2 seconds left. John Payne back into the game. Jeremiah Jenkins calling for an inbounds pass. Throws it to Shields. Pro length 3. Can't stay hot. Rebound John Payne. 26-25. Tennessee Wesleyan leads by 1. About a 3-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Oliver goes into the right wing and retreats back out. Now looking at Richard Morgan and his own coach in Ray Stone. Game clock is down to 15 seconds. They're going to waste most of it here. Make sure Bluefield doesn't have a chance to score. Shot clock is down to 5. Oliver has to make a move. Shot clock at 4. Now at 3. Pressured out in the left wing. Pivots. Chucks up a prayer. It's good off the backboard. As the buzzer sounds, Jenkins can't get a shot off, and it is 29-25. Going into halftime, Tennessee Wesleyan leads. About 6 minutes before the start of the second half, Rams down by 4, 29-25. Not a great shooting effort for Bluefield. 11 of 31 from the field, and with only 0.5% from the field shooting in that one. 3 of 13 from beyond the arc. Leading the way for Bluefield, Brandon Shields, 4 of 6 from the field, while Jorge Concepcion also with 10 points. Shields with 11, as Concepcion was 5 of 7, all from inside of the arc. So for Tennessee Wesleyan, kind of a balanced scoring effort for them. Just about everybody on the floor has been able to make some sort of a difference. 9 points for Jalen Oliver, 8 for Ty Patterson, and 6 points for QD Cox. They're only shooting 30%, but they are 3 of 3 from the free throw line, as well as 6 of 18 from beyond the arc. Rams getting out-rebounded 24-18. Just a little bit more size there for the Bulldogs, but only down by 2 possessions. It's 29-25 with 5 minutes left to go in the half. We're going to be right back. We're at halftime. We're going to be right back with a second half here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back to the Dome, everybody. Second half underway. Rams going left to right down 29-25, and Jeremiah Jenkins running the point for Bluefield. Jenkins with no points in that first half, and he's the leading scorer for Bluefield. 0 of 4 from the field. 2 Rams in double figures. Brandon Shields and Jorge Concepcion. Reed drives in right side, underhands Gooch, fires a 15-footer way off the mark. Offensive board, Shields under the basket, kicks out left wing, corralled by Jenkins. Good effort there, and a good recognition that he didn't have a shot. Hard zip, far corner, Cousins drives, underhands Donnell Gooch, off the back iron, a miss. Rebound going for Gooch, he floats, and this time it goes in. Richard Morgan has to be excited about the effort on that play for his Bluefield team, maybe not the shooting, but for Bluefield, still fighting to get those offensive rebounds. It's now 29-27. Patterson has the ball at the top of the arc. Currently no Bulldogs in double figures at the moment. Here's Wilson driving in onto the left block, retreats back out in the corner. Zip onto the right wing. Almost lost by Oliver. Jenkins slid down to get it, and here comes Bluefield going 1-on-2. Reed with the layup, and it rattles home, tying up the game with a chance to take the lead, pending this free throw. What a great sequence for Bluefield. Jenkins diving out onto the floor to get the steal, and Taekwon Reed, taking on 2 defenders, went straight to the hoop and scored. Second foul called on Cox, first of the half for either team. Free throw for Reed, it's good, and the Rams have scored the first 5 points of the second half to take the lead, 30-29. Oliver now pressured in the backcourt. Jeremiah Jenkins stepping up with a man-to-man defense. Now in a bit of a trap as Oliver flares on the left wing for Cox. Now in the corner for Patterson, pressured by Shields. Spins it out, passes towards the timeline for Oliver. 15 on the shot clock, 18:35 game clock. Here comes the pass from Wilson, finds Patterson, left elbow shot, front rim miss, and Cousins battled for the rebound. Jenkins dribbles behind his back, going left to right, bounces for Shields. Thought about a pro-length 3, but held up. Now Jenkins, a corner 3, front rim miss, rebound for Lansden. So Jenkins still no points as of yet, as the same for Naquan Cousins. Now a bounce pass underneath, looking for Cox, no good. Offensive rebound, and the stick back can't go as Cox is able to block Patterson, but here comes the 3 from Cox, and it is no good. Offensive board again for Wilson, who bounces it wide to Patterson, and a foul is called before then. Foul going on Shields. That'll be the first of the half with 17:58, as well as his first of the game. 30-29 the score. On the right side of the basket, chucked up into the right wing for Oliver. Oliver has it now on the point guard, putting it on the hip-high dribble, feeds left wing Wilson, underhands Patterson, left elbow, returns top of the key Cox. Cox swings out on the right side, Oliver, Rams stepping up the man-to-man, Reed charging up defensively, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Oliver taking his time, feeds top of the key, returns back to Oliver. His shot is no good, off the three-point line, bouncing into the hands of Wilson, reverse lit, rejected by the rim, followed his shot though and got the rebound back. 17.5 minutes left. Here's Cox, fires a 3. No good, but a foul is called. Frustrating defensive sequence for Bluefield as the Bulldogs kept the ball for way too long, and now it'll be 3 free throws for QD Cox, who's already an 85% free throw shooter. Halts the clock at 17:25 left to go in the game. And it's good. So his first of 3. Second shot, it's good. Taking the lead right back for TWU. Jorge Concepcion back into the game. So Concepcion now has 10 coming off of the bench. All 3 free throws falling for Cox. 32-30. Lead right back into the hands of Tennessee Wesleyan under 17.5 minutes to play in the game. Bounce pass, right elbow. Taekwon Reed pivots towards the free throw line. A hard fake, shoots from 11. It's good. Ties the ball game right back up, 32-32. Reed with 5 points already in the second half. So for him, Taekwon Reed, now that puts him at 7 points in the ball game. Only had 2 points the entire first half. So the main guys to shoot for Bluefield, all for the exception of Jorge Concepcion, not really performing well in this game. Jalen Oliver misses the 3. Rebound Reed. Stutter step in the backcourt. Now in the front court, driving straight to the rack. Jumps and it's blocked. Ball bounces wide. Wilson stuffed it down, but Bluefield will keep the ball on the right side of the basket. Stopping the clock again, 16:42 left to go in the game. Jenkins will try to throw the ball in. Trying to break into the corner, it's Concepcion. Dribbles baseline out of a double team. Hard bounce pass, far corner. Jenkins, a way open three. No good. Reed trying to range back for the rebound, but Wilson finds it for TWU. 16.5 minutes to go. Digimon Wilson almost lost the ball, but a chest pass towards the logo keeps the ball in the hands of Jalen Oliver for the Bulldogs. Tyrone Patterson underhands a hard pass down low, and the no-look effort was too hard for Lansing as the ball bounced into the base of the backboard, rather the base of the hoop. 32-32, the score remains. Still tied up, 16:20 left to go. Well, both teams not shooting well in that first half. Rams only at 35%. Tennessee Wesleyan shooting a measly 30%. Hasn't been the offense that we know these teams can do as Shields hits one from Mars, 35-32. 4-3 of the game for the freshman. Now 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. Patterson backs in, pickpocketed by Concepcion. Did it bounce off of the foot of Patterson? And it was off of Concepcion. 15:54 left. 35-32 the score in favor of Bluefield. Eyeing their 11th win of the season. It's been a hot start for Bluefield, all despite that 20-point loss at the hands of the number 10 Union Bulldogs. That came here at the Dome, of course, with that power outage that halted the game for about 30 minutes. As now Donnell Gooch has picked up the mop. The two usual third graders must have had something to do today as they're not here for mop duty. Waiting for the inbounds pass as the floor is cleared of perspiration. It's gotten a little bit colder in here after it was incredibly warm for that women's game. Cox fires it in. Parker turnaround, baseline, jumper, swish. Back to a one-point game. Parker Morgan, the senior from Etowah, Tennessee, makes it 35-34. 15:40 left to go. Trading haymakers in this one. Rams have to stay hot. Jeremiah Jenkins needs to produce, as does Naquan Cousins, who's not on the floor. Shields tries again from three. Front rim miss. Rebound for Coxford, Tennessee Wesleyan. Right to left. Shields starting to just pull the trigger from wherever he goes. 35-34 in front of a crowd of about 40 people here at the Dome. As now Cox jumps in the near corner. Front rim miss, bouncing around. Rebound for Tennessee Wesleyan. Zips towards the top of the key. Down to the right side. Patterson from long range connects on the right wing three. Takes the lead right back for Tennessee Wesleyan. 37-35. Another lead change in the second half. Now towards the free throw line. Returns right wing. Taekwon Reed, his three off the mark. Rebound Oliver. Reed has been pretty cold from beyond the arc. 37-35. Tennessee Wesleyan operating with a lead now. Oliver carries off the Euro step. Can't find the 5-footer. And a rebound snatched out of the air by Jorge Concepcion. Concepcion looking for his first basket of this second half. Down to the right wing. Dribbles in through a double team. Scoops in, is blocked. Goes off of his own foot. Off of the blocking effort. And it goes back into the hands of Tennessee Wesleyan. Or a baseline inbounds pass with 14:26 left to go. Well, the Rams have been rushing some of these offensive opportunities. Tennessee Wesleyan slows it down. Wilson pumps a three. It's a miss as they took that shot early in the shot clock. Rams on a break. Here comes Reed. Spins in the lane. Scoops left in. Up and in. Tie ball game, 37-37. Great job to go coast to coast by Taekwon Reed. And now the official calling a delay of game on Taekwon Reed. 14 minutes left, 37-37. Bounce pass in the left block. Tyrone Patterson backs in, swings to Morgan. Right elbow shot, misses from 15, bouncing straight into the air. Jorge Concepcion couldn't get the rebound. Offensive board, Patterson. Morgan underhands back over to Wilson, who swings to Oliver. Trading the ball around onto the right wing. Bouncing down low for Morgan. Returns right wing for Wilson. Drives in. Scoops a pass out on the left side. QD Cox passes top of the key. Oliver fires and misses. Tipped around. Another rebounding effort. And a foul will be called on Bluefield. That's going to go on Naquan Cousins. Actually, it's going to be on Shields. A push-off on Brandon Shields, who, by the way, is leading the Rams in scoring today, the freshman. That'll be his third foul and a team's third. Bounce pass off the inbounds, and another foul is called. That's going to go on Jeremiah Jenkins on the push-off, and that's going to send Parker Morgan to the line. Stops the clock at 13:28, all tied up 37-37. First free throw is good. So for Parker Morgan at the line this year, just 78%. Right now, 12 of 15 from the charity stripe. Ben Grove into the game for Bluefield. Both shots go, 39-37. Substitute coming in, it's Darius Filer. (39-37), another lead change. Also into the game for the first time, Jordan Davis, the freshman, stepping up as a guard. Brand new platoon in for Tennessee Wesleyan. Concepcion has it in the left wing, hoping for someone to pass to. Finds it in the corner for Cousins. Cousins puts it back on the deck, trying to bully himself into the lane. Scoops, fires up a shot, and he's fouled. What a muscular effort there by Naquan Cousins, aggressively going inside of the lane and forcing himself to the line. Trying to find his first points today after getting the start. Takes a lot of free throws for Bluefield. Right now, from the line, 38 of 52, just a 73% free throw shooter. Junior from Raleigh eyes the rim, flicks the wrist, and it goes in. His first points of the game makes it a one-point game, 39-38. Lansden checking in for Tennessee Wesleyan. Patterson going off. Cousins hits both free throws. We got a tie ball game again. With 13:09 left to go in this contest, Rams have tied it up. 39-39. Morgan pressured in the backcourt. Zips top of the key. Morgan back out on the other side. Here comes Wilson, driving baseline, goes onto the far corner now as he went under the basket. Parker Morgan gives it back to Jordan Davis. 39-39 the score. Filer has it in the left wing. Chest pass right side over to Wilson. Returns to Filer. Way open three. Left wing. Swirls home. 42-39. Said before, and I'll say it again, trading haymakers, both teams trading leads and ties. Very easily or very evenly matched game between the number 3 team in the AAC against the number 4 team. Taekwon Reed drives in left side, fires up his shot, rims out. Rebound Naquan Cousins, who stuffs it back in off the glass. Now Cousins, after being 0 for going into the last few minutes, has scored the last 4 points for Bluefield, 42-41. 1-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan. And a moving screen called on the left wing. That's going to be on Lansden. Third team foul on Tennessee Wesleyan. The second on the forward for Tennessee Wesleyan. Rams get the ball back down by 1. 12:08 left to go in the game. Defensive chance coming from Tennessee Wesleyan. Something about NAIA basketball. The benches are the ones to cheer rather than the cheerleaders, as Cousins has it at the top of the key. Out the free throw line, pivots in, spins, muscles up a shot, back iron miss, rolling around, still tip loose. Cousins picks it back up, throws it off of the leg of Parker Morgan, and Bluefield will have an inbounds pass. Great job by Cousins after missing the shot, having awareness of where he was on the floor. Should have made the shot anyway, though, 42-41. And I think he knows that, as Isaiah Tatum is going to check in for Bluefield. Taekwon Reed is out. And here will be an inbounds pass for Bluefield. All of the Rams lining up in a single file line horizontally on that free throw line, waiting for Jenkins to break. And now cutting around, looking for someone to pass to, finds Grove. Underhands Jenkins, fires a near corner three, bounces over the backboard, and Jenkins still is struggling in this one. Wesleyan with the ball back with 11:40 to go, leading 42-41. Hard pass on the left side. Javel Gillespie back into the contest. Filer has it at the top of the key. Underhands right wing. Back to Davis. Dribbles in. Kick the ball around. Finds lands and baseline jumper on the left side. Back iron. Bounces off the top of the backboard but not over. So Bluefield gets the ball back for Jeremiah Jenkins. Driving inside. Euro step in the lane and he's fouled. So that's what Jenkins wanted to do. Likely will not be a shooting foul, but as I say that, he's going to go to the free throw line. So 2 shots for Jenkins, over an 80% free throw shooter. Trying to find his first points, and he does there, tickling the twine to make it 42-42. Second shot, Jenkins rims it home. 43-42, Rams up by 2, or 1 rather. On a steal, Concepcion drives towards the lane, and Richard Morgan is excited about that. He steals it again. Concepcion calls a timeout, and Jorge Concepcion has taken over the game. 45-42, Rams lead by 3. Couple of steals for Concepcion. Rams leading by 3 with 11:06 left to go. Jenkins calls for the offense on the inbounds pass, just throws it way up into the air into the backcourt where it's caught like a punt return by Naquan Cousins. 11 minutes left to go in the second half, 45-42. Largest lead of the second half for Bluefield. Jenkins lobs into the free throw line for Brandon Shields, or rather that's Ben Grove as he underhands Jenkins. Pops from the right elbow, swish, 47-42. Rams up by 2 possessions. 10:44 left to go. That steal really swung the momentum the way of the Rams. 48-42. 10:34. Yeah, the scoreboard was wrong. They had given him 48. That was definitely a right elbow shot. 47-42, 5-point lead for the Rams. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. Patterson, or rather that's Lansden. It's stolen away by Ben Grove. 47-42, Concepcion drives in, straight to the rack, pumps a layup. He bounced it wide, and Grove couldn't handle it, and it goes the way of Tennessee Wesleyan with 10:13 left to go. Hoping for his substitute, Taekwon Reed checks in for Jorge Concepcion. Senior from Chesapeake goes to the bench now with 10:13 left to go. Right across midcourt, here's Oliver. Driving onto the right side, gets a Lansden screen into the right wing. Pivots a pass towards the top of the key. Wilson drives, Euro step in the lane, splits defenders, and misses the left-handed layup. Rebound pulled down by Cousins. 9:50 left to go. Here comes Taekwon Reed. Elevates and passes down to Ben Grove, the freshman. Spins a pass out to Reed. Right wing, dribbles into a double team, feeds Cousins, stiffs it off of the backboard, and he missed. 47-42, the score remains a 5-point lead for Bluefield. Tennessee Wesleyan moving quickly, too quickly, in fact, as QD Cox couldn't pass that laser beam of a pass, or couldn't catch that laser beam of a pass into the corner from Tyrone Patterson. 9:35 left to go in the game. Rams lead by 5, eyeing their 11th win of the season. Tennessee Wesleyan hoping for their 4th straight AAC win. Into the right wing, Tatum. Passes towards the top of the arc. Now on the left elbow. Here's Cousins. Thought about a long 3. Starts to dribble inside. Fires from 15. Swirls out. Rebound lands in. Fresh shot clock, of course, on a new possession. 9-10 for Tennessee Wesleyan going right to left. Oliver backs it out on the left-handed dribble. Passes near corner. Wilson tried to bounce it back low, but kept the ball and swung it back towards the top of the key. Here comes Oliver. Hard head fake, passes top of the arc, Patterson, feed into the far corner, QD Cox jumps for the tray, he missed, Ben Grove jumped up and snatched the board. 47-42, the score remains with 8:45 left to go in the contest. Jenkins with a hard drive in, feeds Reed, pumps a three, front rim miss, tipped around, Rams still wrestling for it, Cousins going for the corner, and the ball is bouncing off of the Rams, so it'll be Tennessee Wesleyan ball now with 8:36 left to go. So here comes Oliver, right across midcourt, 8.5 minutes to go. Pass into the near wing for Cox, trading in the ball around. Tennessee Wesleyan and Bluefield in a bit of a scoring drought. Cox has it in the near corner, puts it back on the deck, underhands back to Wilson, cuts in on the left side, retreats back out, 10 on the shot clock. Cousins, good defense there. Oliver has to swing a pass across the court, and rather that was Wilson, but either way, a turnover that gives the ball right back to the Rams. Timeout called by Richard Morgan. 8:11 left to go in the game. Rams lead by 5. After the timeout, it's 8:11 left on the scoreboard. 47-42. Rams lead by 5, looking for their 11th win of the season and their 6th win in the conference. Jeremiah Jenkins dribbles onto the right end, pressured by Wilson. On a crossover effort, the sophomore still has not passed the ball yet in the possession. Drives in, passes top of the key, Taekwon Reed. Drives in, scoops and misses on the right-handed layup. Wrestling for the board. It's a battle with Grove as well as Lansden, and a tie-up will send the ball back to Tennessee Wesleyan. 7:48 left to go in the game, both teams with 4 fouls apiece. Bulldogs on a scoring drought, as are the Rams. Wilson drives to the right elbow, passes out. Around the arc they go. QD Cox feeds left elbow. And back to Patterson, trading the ball around the perimeter. Tennessee Wesleyan very patient looking for these shots. Feed to Patterson, hard step in the lane, muscles up a shot, and it clunks home off of the window. 47-44. Pass inbounds tipped out by QD Cox. And Bluefield will have another baseline inbounds pass. 7:22 left to go. Only up by 3. Jeremiah Jenkins trying to get out of this full court press. Has to put it back on the hard court. Dribbling around the defense by QD Cox. Couple of darting passes. Reed finds Shields. Far corner 3. Yes, sir! Another 3 for Brandon Shields. His 5th of the ball game, and it's a 6-point lead for Bluefield. A freshman leading the way for Bluefield in this conference contest. 6:57 left to go. Patterson drives in on Ben Grove, and somehow he laid that ball up and in. 50-46, 4-point lead for the Rams. Passing around, Taekwon Reed trading the ball, cross-court lobs with Jeremiah Jenkins. Rams have to keep making these shots. 6:35 left to go. Taekwon Reed fakes a inbounds pass, or fakes a entry pass instead. Gave it to Jenkins. Now Tatum in the right wing. 7 on the shot clock. Jenkins, pro length 3 left wing. Bounces around, tipped out by Shields. Still wrestling for it. Taekwon Reed in a tie-up, and that'll give the ball to Bluefield. Went down to the floor with QD Cox. There was 6:19 left to go in the game. 50-46 the score. That was the largest lead of the game for Bluefield at 6 points. Jenkins on the right side, hopes for someone to cut in, has to get it in. He gives it to Gooch, underhands Jenkins. Jenkins, cross-court lob, shields another three from the corner. Just a bit too short. Tatum jumped up, tipped the ball into the hands of Gooch. Opens up and misses that right hook. Back for Tennessee Wesleyan, going right to left. Here comes Oliver, driving in onto the baseline. Scoops and scores on the floater. That's a 2-point game, 50-48. 5:50 left to go. Jenkins one-arms a pass to Taekwon Reed. Rams can't get cold as Gooch tries to cut it backdoor. Instead passes to Jenkins in the left wing. Returns Reed right wing. Tipping the ball around. Shields drives in. Zips far corner. Jenkins jumps for the tray. Back iron. He continues to miss. It's been that type of day for Jeremiah Jenkins. Oliver coast to coast. Jumps and scores. Tie ball game. 50-50. Tennessee Wesleyan able to tie it up. Here comes Tatum, pumps a pass to Reed, and he walked at the top of the key. Traveling call, Concepcion back into the game. So now for Tennessee Wesleyan, all tied up, 50-50, a possession to try to take the lead after being down by 6 just moments ago. Oliver dribbles into the left wing, feeds Patterson, jumps for the tray, it rattles in, and Tennessee Wesleyan takes the 53-50 lead. Back on defense, Bulldogs have all the momentum in the world, scoring 9 unanswered. A lob down to Shields, his pass tipped and stolen by Wilson. He was trying to kick it back out to Concepcion, but Wilson was in the way. Oliver now on a crossover dribble, Patterson pumps another three, feeling it too much, a heat check there as he missed from pro length. 4:40 left to go. Rams down by 3 points. Tatum on a head fake. Tries for the tying three. Nowhere close. Hit the bottom left part of the backboard, and Richard Morgan might be yanking him out of the game. 4.5 minutes to play. Rams back in at man-to-man. A drive for Wilson onto the left side. Goes to the baseline. Matched up with Donnell Gooch now. Kick out top of the key. QD Cox looking for the three. Too hard. Rebound still loose on the ground. Lands and tied up with Taekwon Reed and Shields. And that ball will stay with Tennessee Wesleyan. Another inbounds pass on the sideline right in front of the bench for Tennessee Wesleyan. 4:06 left to go. There is Philo will throw it in 4:06 with 4 fouls. And they're going to bring out Mom, make sure that nobody's going to slip up. Wiping up the right at the top of the yard. It's going to be an under pass rather. Here's Filer as he walks from where he initially thought that was going to be passed in from 350. Tennessee Wesleyan up by 3. Filer feeds it down by Gooch. Filer now slaps the ball, kicks it towards the logo, and Oliver has it. Tennessee Wesleyan operating with a 3-point lead. Patterson zips it out right wing. Cox traded the ball back with Oliver. Under 4 minutes to play now. 3:53 on the clock. Oliver advances to the left. Fires from 11 feet and connects from the left elbow. 55-50. What a run it has been. 11 points unanswered scored by Tennessee Wesleyan. Far corner, Concepcion into the game again. A chest pass onto the left elbow. Reed swings the ball around the arc. The corner three for Cousins. Too hard. Rebound lands in. So the drought continues for Bluefield with under 3.5 minutes to play. Now a bounce pass. It's rolling around to the far corner. Filer dribbles under the baseline, swings around. Patterson bobbled it. He wanted to fire that three. Here's QD Cox, overheads a pass. Open three for Filer in the corner. Swirls out, a gift for Bluefield. That was very close. 3 minutes left to play. 55-50. Concepcion thought about a step back three from the corner. Instead, feeds it into Tatum. Drives under the basket. Bounces near corner. Cousins recognizes he's not hot. Drives in. Fires up a layup. No good. Looking for the offensive rebound. And he's pushed out by Lansden. Parker Morgan as well as Wilson into the game. QD Cox and Patterson leaving for Tennessee Wesleyan. Rams keeping the same personnel on the floor. Down by 5, 55-50. Tatum will try to throw it in for Bluefield. Tatum bounces into Gooch. 2:48 left to go. Underhands Tatum. Rams down by 5. Tatum drives in. Open lane to the basket. Lays it in with the left hand. Scoring drought finally over. What a play to do it. 55-52. Rams down by 3. Need a stop here. 2 minutes, 34 seconds left to go. Another mid-range shot for Oliver off the back iron. Reed able to muscle his way for another rebound. Dancing down the far sideline, actually ran into the back of Tatum. Here comes Cousins spinning into the lane off the backboard. Ugly shot. Rebound for Wilson. 2:15 left to go. 55-52. Final home game of the year for Bluefield. Won't be back at the Dome until January 8th. So a month without playing here at the Dome. On to the right side, passing around, 7 on the shot clock. Filer wasting time, 1:52. He fires up a shot, air ball under the basket. Wilson got it, but he was stepping on the baseline, so the Rams get the ball back with 1:49 left to play. Well, these last couple of games, all except for that Union game at home, Rams really take it down to the wire. Did so against the Virgin Islands in overtime, and won by 5 against Allen. Tatum into the left wing. 1:40 left to go. Rams down by 3. Tatum, backdoor cut to Concepcion. Lost the ball. Tipped it back out to Gooch. Tatum, the game-tying 3. Back iron, bouncing straight into the air. Cousins on the rebound, trying for the putback. He sticks it in. 55-54. What an effort there for the junior. Rams are down by 1. They need a big stop. 6 timeouts left for Tennessee Wesleyan, and they burned one there. 55-54, 1:20 left to go in the game, and we got ourselves a barn burner here at the Dome. Got an exciting one developing here at the Dome. 1:20 left to go. Tennessee Wesleyan leads by 1, 55-54. Tyrone Patterson back into the game for the Bulldogs, passing around the right wing. It looks like they're trying to overload on Bluefield. Patterson at the right elbow on the left-handed dribble. Fires in, scoops towards the basket, and sticks in the layup. What an effort for Tyrone Patterson, the big freshman. Minute left to play. Rams are down by 3. Hard pass to Cousins. Jenkins has not shot and scored a 3 as Jenkins fires from 15 feet. No good! And Naquan Cousins came in and made sure that ball went in with 2 hands. 57-56, big clutch dunk for Bluefield. 40 seconds left to go. Oliver has it in the right wing. Passes towards the top of the key. Wilson feeds free throw line Patterson. Underhands Oliver, goes back in. Kick out near corner three for Wilson. Count it. Shot clock is off. 60-56, just like that, the Rams are down by 2 possessions. Need a basket here. Tatum carries towards the basket, muscles up a layup. It's no good. Lanston pulled it down, and a foul is called on Bluefield. Looks like they're going to call that one on Cousins. And a hold there, so the Rams are going to need to foul. 18.4 seconds left to go in the game. This score stays this way. It'll be a tough one for Bluefield to stomach. Pass inbounds. Oliver trying to get it in. Patterson snatched it away. Clock is down to 14. Bluefield needs to foul, and they will. Tatum's the one to do it. And Wilson will go to the free throw line. 56 points for Bluefield, but 60 for Tennessee Wesleyan. Oh, that won't send them to the line yet. Pass tipped out of bounds off the hands of Gooch. So that was only the 16th foul for Bluefield. Next one will be a 1-and-1. 60-56, 12 seconds left to go. Wilson trying to throw it in. He does into the backcourt. It's caught by Oliver. So now he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. So Oliver to the line. First free throw rattles in. 61-56. And of course the scoreboard added it to the wrong team. So Bluefield now is down by 61-56. Jeremiah Jenkins fires a desperation three. Rims out, no good. Gooch on the putback, it counts with 3.5 seconds left to go. So now it's 61-59, almost with the whole game without having to do that. Should be 61-58. (61-58) the score. Favor of Tennessee Wesleyan with 3.5 seconds left to go. Gonna have to foul quickly, hope he misses that front end of the 1-and-1. And then Bluefield has a chance to tie it up on a buzzer three. So 61-58. Rams need a three. Need a big steal and a three. If not, they just need to foul and hope for the best here with 3.5 seconds left to go. Patterson trying to throw the ball in. Patterson pressured on the inbounds from Donnell Gooch. He's moving down that baseline. A foul is called. QD Cox. Rams wanted a walk call there, and they won't get it. So QD Cox goes to the line, an 85% free throw shooter with his team up by 3. They wanted a walk there. That would have gave Bluefield the ball back. 2.2 seconds left to go. Free throw. Missed. Rebound. A jump ball that gives Bluefield a chance, or will it? Trying to find out where the possession arrow goes. And it will be to the Rams with 1.2 seconds left. And Richard Morgan calls a timeout with 1.2 seconds left. Free throw line did not or the free throw did not go in. 61-58. Rams are going to need to throw the ball up, turn around, shoot the three, and make it to send this into overtime. There's 1.2 seconds left to go. Officials still talking about this one. Now the timeout needs to be resumed or just ended here. Rams trying to throw this ball in. 1.2 seconds left. Need to throw it in, make the three. 1.2 seconds. Cousins will inbound. Throws it into Jenkins. Has to heave up a prayer. Off the front rim. That almost tied the game. But that is it. Tennessee Wesleyan walks away with a win. 61-58. Rams fall to 10-3 on the season. Tennessee Wesleyan has won 4 of their last 4 conference games as they move on to be 8-3 and 4-2 in the conference. That does it for our AAC doubleheader. Tennessee Wesleyan coming up big in both games. 61-58 the score. And until next time, my name is Bailey Angle saying so long from the Dome.